Welcome again to the Rune Check. I'm going to give you your preview for the Rune reading of December. I'm a bit late with this one because we needed a couple of days to process and grieve the loss of a family member who, well, if you follow me on Substack, you probably already know who it is. Um, it hit us quite deep, and well, we're going to miss him terribly. But I, he came to us, lived with us, and then left us on his own terms. And the way he went is pretty much how he lived, on his terms and with his dignity intact. And that's why I'm a bit late with this reading, and that is also the reason why I couldn't deliver on neither the Rune Temple nor the Rune Shack for the last week. Normally, I give you a recipe on the Rune Temple and a vlog, and then I write the forecast, the Rune forecast of the reading, plus an article, plus this preview. And I couldn't bring myself to do it at all. Anyway, back to business. Before I start, Freya Aswin is holding a class tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Europe time. It's about a rune reading format that she has come up with the help of somebody else, and she would like to teach a class on that. And tonight and tomorrow, before 8 p.m. Central Europe time, is your last chance to sign up. Also, if you would like to order that type of reading from her, you can, and I will leave her link in the comments and in the description for the people who are interested. Both links, where you have to sign up for the Zoom class and where you can order her readings. Anyway, to the rune forecast. I have to start by prefacing this that I pull 5 runes. And the vertical column is the most important one because that is going to have the most personal impact. The left rune is advice on how, if you can, not to engage with these energies, with these forces. And on the right side is how you do engage with these forces if you want to gain a personal benefit of that, or at least not sabotage yourself. Anyway, I have to say it was a positive reading this month, much more so than some of the previous ones, and I was very, very happy about that. Because the central rune, which is the rune I always do these previews about, was Fehu upright. Always a very, very positive note to start on. Especially in a reading like this, because it was the central energy, and the runes around it are going to exercise an influence on that, especially the top and the bottom one. And the left and right one are more personal. They don't necessarily have much of an impact or an interplay with each other. That is personal choice. Anyway, Fehu upright is a very positive rune. It's the first rune of the foot arc, the first cosmological movement, the rune that represents the beginning, and from that beginning, an ever outward, expansive motion. It is the rune of money, or maybe rather a form of liquidation. So that which can change hands, can change owner, which is what money is. It is the rune of property that can change hands. That can change, and it's not fixed, unlike real estate. Now, In the past, this was often cattle, animals, or trade goods, including money. And I don't know if you've been watching Fiona's astrology forecast, or no, well, astrology reading. It it very much echoed this, which is always nice to know, or to experience that there is similarity in those readings, even though one is purely intuitive and the other is an exact science, if you will, astrology. In any case, yeah, it can mean a few things, but all good. In the upright position, it may mean that quite a few of you have a New Year's bonus to look forward to, or that you may come in contact with money that in unexpected ways, even, or maybe you do expect it. It doesn't matter. It's still nice to receive, right? Granted, money doesn't buy you happiness, but try not having it. You're not going to be happy either. In any case, if not money in your in December, then at least the opportunity or the prospect to make some more of it. Perhaps a business deal can come through. Maybe you can win an inheritance, or you win at gambling. Could be anything. Fail upright though, it comes with a caveat. One, easy come, easy go. If you are bad with money, then an easy gain naturally also becomes an easy loss. You, if you live with the proverbial hole in your hand, meaning that you cannot seem to hold on to money, then yes, maybe your profit is short-lived. Know yourself, know thyself. So the advice with FEO is always to put it to good use, not to spend it on frivolity or vanity. So for for some people that means saving under a good plan, or you invest it in the stock market or asset plans. Now, there is something to the saying that money must roll, and often it's taken indeed a bit frivolously, because a lot of people think like, spending money to make money, I just need to spend money and it will replenish itself. No, not like that. That is a very foolish and childish way to think of it. It will not get magically replenished. That is the hole in your hand. It means that you must take good inventory of what you own or possess, and then invest that wisely in ways that will enable you to expand on what you have. Now, if money is not in the cards for you, then keep your eyes open for potential job opportunities or raises or promotions, and definitely not be too timid about that. You have a no or yes you can get, because do not be afraid to show a little bit of teeth. Stand on your principles, but be well aware of your rights and do not be taken for a fool. A fool and his money are easily parted. And when dealing with potential promotions, it's always better to ask for too much rather than too little. Because if you ask for too much, they will inform you that's too much, we cannot pay you that. And then maybe you go a bit lower until you find an agreeable sum. But if you under negotiate and you end up with a sum of money that you find out is too little, negotiating up is going to be way, way more difficult. So for my readers who do not have promotions or job openings, look around you very carefully and keep your eyes and ears open for different opportunities. Maybe some doors are opening, some bridges are being built. Or it maybe is just time to start your own Etsy business, your own cottage industry, or maybe you find fantastic ways to save money. It's all money not spent is money gained. And lastly, and Fiona has touched upon this as well, and I want to emphasize it too. especially in light of what our family went through recently. If your time is more valuable to you than money, perhaps that is the trade off. And this has most certainly been the case for me in the past. I had a really good job in hospitality, and money was the only thing I got in return for it. And I parted with the lifestyle really in hospitality in order to have more of other things, which is the family and time with the family. It means more to me than money. It's everything. The money I no longer have is time I now get to enjoy with them, and that is worth more to me than all that money. But enough about me. I'm a bit sentimental in this reading because it's still a bit raw and fresh for us too. In general, there are going to be great opportunities for expansion this month. Expansion in ways that are valuable to you. So if money is not what you value, but you value other things, then take it as that. I implore you. Because the expansive energy of Fei, this coincides really well with Saturn and Mercury having gone direct again at the end of November. I am really certain that plenty of people have found November to be very constricting, and it may have felt as if nothing could move on or move forward, or it all felt stagnant. This is definitely going to change this month. You may feel way less constrained, more free to move on from situations that were holding you down or holding you back. New opportunities may open that will expand your world. Take them. Take those opportunities. Thank you very much for listening. And may you walk with the gods.